Well, we've got a lot to talk about today. We're looking at the potential of a snowstorm next week. I think it's greatly diminished, and I'm going to show you why. Let's start with the upper levels. Yesterday, we talked about this. The potential for that storm really is there if you get a couple of things coming together. In fact, I said there are three things we're looking at. This is what I said. Strength of this trough, this ridge, and where will this upper low be? And look, here are the three things: the upper low, the trough, and then here comes the energy. The difference today that we're seeing not only in the European model and the GFS, the upper low gets left behind. Now, what does that mean? Well, more than likely, it means your trough in the east and your storm probably not going to be as strong, because without these two phasing, which yesterday it showed them phasing some, and the day before you got a blockbuster snowstorm. And before you say, hey, hold on, you said it was going to snow. This is exactly what I said right here. I circled this area yesterday and said, if you guys think I'm telling you it's going to snow this much, it's not what I'm saying. Potential. Those are the words. That potential, though, starting to back off. So if I'm doing a long-range forecast into next week, I'm still looking cold, I think. But the problem is this upper low, look, gets left behind as our trough swings through the east. It doesn't phase up with it. That's the European. The GFS also does the same thing. Now, I want to tell you something. Don't underestimate this upper low. This is still going to bring some decent snow here, especially into the parts of Nebraska along the Colorado Rockies. And it's going to keep it cool and snowy and rainy into the southwest. But look, here's your upper low, and it's getting pretty strong. It's basically a cold pocket of air aloft, just setting here across the southwest. There's your ridge, and here comes your energy on the GFS. Do they phase? Oh, so close, but no. It does not get picked up by that trough. Now, I just want to tell you, I'm still feeling confident that we turn cold across the east as we move into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday below normal temperatures. I still feel like we're going to see lake effect snows. It's just we won't see that monster storm that's going to want to move up the coast that is just going to really get going back here into the Gulf. If the trough is a little bit further to the west, maybe. Am I completely writing it off? No, not yet. But I would tell you, if you compare today to yesterday and the day before, it is looking less likely now. Let's go ahead and move forward in time. Once this moves out, we will start to warm back up across most of the central and eastern United States. And then we're watching this stormy pattern across the west coast that could bring more rain and snow here toward the end of next week. But let's get through this week because we've got a long way to go before we get there. Rain across the central United States starting to build in as we move toward Wednesday. We'll also see some snow across the west. We've talked about that too. High pressure to the north into parts of Canada. This low here really starting to deepen here across the central United States. And then you've got this upslope component here with the pressure gradient between high pressure to the north and this low pressure here across the central plains. That's going to push the air up against the face of the mountains. And that snow could be heavy at times for parts of the Rockies, especially along the Front Range where we could see snow totals adding up decently. I mean, look at these numbers. Some areas close to 2 to maybe even close to 3 feet in some of the higher elevations. I don't think we see that down toward Denver, but still, this could be some very heavy snow here, also into parts of Nebraska, into the high plains as that air gets pushed up slope there from that area of low pressure and the high to the north. Let's move forward in time. Now we're getting rain across the east. It's going to continue to spread through this area as we head into Friday, and then into Saturday, everything starts to calm down some. We've still got that upper low spinning across the southwest, more rain and snow showers here. And then here comes your energy and your reinforcing shot of cold air with your front that's probably going to be sitting somewhere like this. The front starts to blow through most of the east as we move towards, say, Sunday and then into Monday, and then the cold air starts to move in. Again, if you could have brought these two together, I think that would have pulled that trough much further to the south, and then you would have got a good storm going, but that's just not the case. This trough now looking very positively tilted. Am I giving up on it? Again, I'll say not just yet, but I'm definitely not feeling as confident as it was looking over the last couple of days that something would form. I still feel confident it's going to turn cold. I don't doubt that for a second. Cold northwest winds will be blowing off the lakes. We'll see rain change to snow showers for interior areas of the Northeast Monday into Tuesday, and it's going to stay chilly too, at least through, I think, Wednesday or so, and then things will start to warm back up. And here's one of the reasons I'm not going to quite just throw the towel in yet, because these systems, this energy that we're going to be measuring, I've been talking about this too, really doesn't come ashore until Friday or so. So how strong will this trough be? I think we'll start to get a much better idea once we get toward Thursday and Friday for a forecast for Tuesday and Wednesday the following week, or I should say Monday, Tuesday, and then into Wednesday. So if you like this content, I hope you hit subscribe. We just blew through 4,600 subscribers just in the last 2.5 months here on YouTube. So thanks to all you guys who have subscribed over the last couple of days, and I hope you'll stick around. We're headed for spring, where it could get a little tricky with some severe weather too, so we'll be following that. Here's the GFS though. It's, again, digging that trough into the east, and I want to show you how it's handling low pressure. Well, guess what? Positively tilted trough. Got your upper low, or what's left of it, back here, and here's your rain and snow showers off the lakes, and your low gets going up here. Too late for a big East Coast snowstorm. So instead of forming here, you're not going to get a low until it's out here, and then it really blows up and moves here. So today, I think the potential is dropping. Is there still a chance? Yeah, there is, but I think it's a lot lower than it was yesterday. I'm going to keep following it. I hope you'll subscribe and stick around. I'll see you next time.